I'm Scotty Cowan, and today I'd like to talk to you about something that doesn't really quite get the attention it needs to get for farrier work. It's something that's very important, critical that we do this. I thought I might explain it in a way that you'd be able to easier understand it, especially understand the importance of it. Hey, like my hair. Smell there, hero. So, anyway, what I want to talk about is the importance of giving the horse a release. The release is something trainers use, and when they're training a horse, and that's how a horse learns, is by the release. And it's something that's very critical in horseshoeing, to have a stress-free or make it easier shoeing the horses. And I thought I'd explain it by using the shoulder work, like on a hero when I'm asking him to. I ask hero to move his shoulders, take a step sideways for me. There you go. Good boy. So when we're teaching the horse to move the shoulders, we ask for just one step. And we can build on that. We can do 2 steps, 3 steps, and you have to kind of work it back and forth. You can go a bunch of steps and then back to just a couple of steps, or 1 step, or whatever. It's like keeping everything really well oiled or greased or whatever by moving things back and forth. A lot of times when I show people this in the saddle, how to move the shoulders, it feels so good. They just get going and they don't want to stop. And they go until the horse quits. He stops. They may take 10 or 12 dozen steps or whatever, and then the horse stopped on them. He's quit. So if the horse quits, say at 12 steps, next time he might quit at 10 steps or 8 steps. And the next time he might quit at 6 steps or 5 steps. So it's important to keep the horse's cooperation going by only asking for a step here, maybe 2 or 3 steps, then back to 1 step, back to 3 or 4 steps. Easy. Something scared you. The wind's blowing here a little bit, so. So I'm just going to work these steps, and I'm going to show you how this. So I do 2 or 3 steps, and I can come back to maybe just ask for 1 step. There we go. This way he's always cooperative. I can start asking for more and more, or more steps. But it's important that I stop before he stops, because if he learns he can stop, he'll start stopping shorter and shorter, or quicker with fewer and fewer steps. So this principle works the same for holding feet up for farrier work. Now, a lot of us farriers, I mean, it is nice that you can get a horse, you can pick his leg up, you can get all the work done. You get all the work done at that time, and then you can set the foot down and go to whatever else you're going to do. Well, what causes a lot of problems is when we're trying to force that horse to keep holding the leg up, and he starts jerking a little bit or pulling a little bit. It's the same if I came up to you and I shook your hand. If I don't let go in 2 or 3 seconds, the normal customary time of handshaking, if I don't let go, you're going to start wondering, you're going to start getting a little, wondering what I'm up to or whatever. Horses are very protective with their feet, so that's the same, it works with them the same way. In fact, even more so, they start wondering what our intention is, and they start getting more worried. So if I held your hand long enough, you're going to start pulling a little bit, maybe gently at first. Eventually you may pull really, really hard to get your hand away from me. And we can't blame you. So if you're holding the horse too long, holding the leg up too long, he may do the same thing. If he jerks the leg away, the next time he may jerk it away quicker. Same way with like I was showing you with the shoulder work. And this is where I get a lot of problem horses, because they've just been held through too long. They've learned to take their leg away when they wanted, and became uncooperative. You keep the horse cooperative back this way. You can keep the horse cooperative by just picking the leg up, rub it a little bit, and setting it down. That's the first step, especially if you got a young horse. Getting that first step is the same way with teaching shoulders. To get the first step to shoulders to move over whatever, getting that first step is the hardest. It can take longer to get that first initial step than any other steps. Once he hits that step, the rest of them can get easier. So it's the same way with picking up a foot, especially on a young colt that's never had his leg picked up. You first want to be able to make sure that you can rub the leg all over without it bothering the horse in any way. If he picks his legs or moves, the horse is telling you that that's bothering him, and you need to just work on that. Just focus on being able to rub your hand down on the leg without there being any kind of problem or issue with the horse. And then when you pick up the foot, you want to just pick it up, rub the leg, and set it right back down. You've got to stop before the horse stops. Same way like I said about the shoulders. If I go 12 steps and he stops, the next time it's going to start getting shorter on me. It's going to get, or quicker. It's going to get down to 10 steps or 8 steps or 2 steps, and he's quit. So to keep the horse cooperative, we've got to stop. We're picking the leg up. We have to pick the leg up, rub it, set it down, pick it up, set it down. The more we do pick the leg up and set it down, the better they're going to get. It's just practice. Especially this is critical for farriers, especially when you're nailing stuff, to set that foot down periodically. You may think it's harder work to set the leg down, but if you're getting pulled on by the horse, if he's jerking on you, all you're doing is it's consuming more of your energy trying to hold through everything, trying to hold through all that. Also, the horse can just get to where he finally just jerks his leg away. And if a horse wants to bad enough, he'll jerk that leg away. There's nothing you can do to hold it. There's nobody really strong enough, I don't think, that can hold a good 1,000, 12-pound horse if he really wants to jerk his leg away. So you don't ever want to get the horse to where he feels like he has to jerk his leg away from you to protect himself or because he's worried about things. So keep that in mind when you're holding or teaching your horse how to pick up his feet, or while you're doing your farrier work. Keep that in mind that the release is critical. It's a very, very important part of keeping the horse cooperative and keeping the horse stress going. Here I was wanting to steal the shoulder. For more information also, you can go to my website, www.problemfreeshoeing.com. We'll have more information on there about how to keep your horse, how to train the horse for shoeing and stuff. More information.